Hello, my name's Richard Graham. I'm a CEM graduate from the mid-90s. Why did I do CEM? I was curious about early project decisions. I had a desire for knowledge. I'd been working as a project engineer in consultancy, having graduated as a building services engineer, and what I found was I was being influenced by early project decisions which I didn't really understand, but I was having to deal with the consequences in the day-to-day project life. So I was looking for a course which would offer me ability to understand what went on earlier in the project life cycle, but also one which enabled me to understand the built environment better, because that was my chosen area of expertise. What did I find during the course? Well, it was an opportunity for new ideas, and it was a time for reflection. During the day-to-day life, you really didn't have enough time to think quite often about some of the wider issues that were affecting us day to day, nor really the time to sit and discuss it with colleagues who were also very busy. What was equally important as the lectures was the student contact and exposure to different thoughts and processes from people who came from different backgrounds to my own, whether internationally, whether from a contracting or a client background, and to see that actually problems look different from different perspectives. It's not a soft option. You need to be self-motivated, and time management's important, and it's also an academic challenge. But for those that actually want that kind of challenge, it was quite an invigorating year. What was the immediate effect of the course? Well, for me, it led to a career change. I moved into, from engineering, project finance, which involved a lot of accountancy, cash flow analysis, where I still drew on my engineering exposure, but it meant that I had to look at it from a different angle. It was a chance to look more broadly in terms of the commercial and financial elements. Also, it gave me access to people outside of my job. So in terms of making that first job a success, I could still come back to talk to people in the university about some of the issues which helped me to position myself in what essentially was a steep learning curve. What's been the longer term impact? Well, it's taken me overseas. I've spent 3 years working in Switzerland. I've worked on some very complex, large infrastructure projects, and I've been able to see those from quite a broad range of perspectives, working with parties such as the World Bank, export credit agencies, financial institutions, taking me into areas of commerce and economic activity, which has required me to draw heavily on both the economic side of the course and indeed on the management side. It's given me exposure to quite a wide range of business issues and also to contacts. What are my final thoughts? Well, for me, being a mature student was important. I'd worked for 5 years in consultancy before considering this course, and that got me to a point where I had lots of questions I wanted to answer. So I wasn't coming fresh at it, having just finished one degree, and I think that's an opportunity of doing an MSc. You don't have to do it immediately after you've done your first degree. It's given me more career flexibility, and it's given me the confidence to talk to a wide range of parties. I can talk with lawyers about legal issues, I can talk to financiers about financial issues, accountants about accountancy issues, and underneath it I still have a bedrock of engineering, which enables me to look at projects from quite a wide range of options. Personally, I'm not convinced that it necessarily leads to a higher end salary. So if you're thinking that this is a route maybe to better money or better job opportunity, I think it is really what you can make out of it, and the fundamental drivers of having a thirst for knowledge and what you then want to apply that knowledge to. People will go, and employers will certainly go, on confidence and belief and the ability to explain yourself, and so if you understand the issues, it's easier to get those issues across. The course was also good in terms of dealing with soft issues, so an ability to communicate, present your ideas more clearly, and then to be able to decide which of those ideas were more important, so a focus on things like critical reasoning. One small criticism I have was really in the alumni network. Bearing in mind I graduated in the mid-90s, we were in the middle of a recession. It was actually quite difficult and quite daunting to go back into a job market, also recognising that you were going to look at a career change. And I suppose one of the opportunities that the MBAs will sell is that they can give you an alumni network to draw on. Of course, that comes at a price. I had looked at doing an MBA quite closely, but actually for me, the link to the built environment and the fact that the management and economic modules with the focus on the engineering and the built environment provided some elements of it was sufficient to interest me in doing this course as opposed to perhaps doing another. So, in conclusion, for me it was about academic and curiosity. It was about being academically inclined and open to new ideas, but also the practical application of those ideas in a career path. So those capabilities and abilities, and being able to then demonstrate those on to a future employer. When I was sitting at interviews after doing this course, certain employers would say to me, well, doing this course is really the icing on the cake. We look for the underlying capabilities that we've got and we'll test that through our various means. This course gave me the ability to demonstrate that, and therefore I'm very pleased to have done the course, and that's one of the reasons I'm sitting here today and talking this through with you. And I think if you're clear about the reasons that you go in to do the course, and you're sufficiently motivated to take what is a long year and a demanding year, so as I said, it's not a soft option, then this may be a good opportunity for you.